Hi guys, it's been a hot minute since I picked up my camera and vlogged. Today's video, I kind of just wanted to touch base with you all and talk a little bit about where I've been, what's been happening, and also talk about another major topic which I wanted to share. So basically it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I've actually vlogged because all the other videos that I've shared were like backlog, you know, they were ready to go live and you know, I just needed to press the button, publish, and that was it. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been actually sick. I've had COVID. And I wanted to talk about that because I really didn't even know that I had COVID. Initially I just had like a really bad stomach pain, like I felt like I ate a rock or something. I don't know, it just felt super heavy and like sore. So I just thought that, you know, I ate something wrong, but then I started running to the, you know, washroom. Sorry for like too much information, but I started running to the washroom like so frequently. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I have a stomach bug. And then I kept seeing like people on Instagram stories like that are in Dubai saying the same, like, oh, I have such a bad like stomach bug, and they're like eating bread, and I was like, maybe there's like, you know, something going around and I've caught it somewhere, I don't know. And then only like I think after like good 5 days I started getting other symptoms, which were, you know, I just was feeling cold even though I didn't have like temperature. I checked, like, you know, I measured my temperature, and I started getting like a sore throat, and I just went for the test. And I was so upset because, you guys, I've had like 3 shoes that I had to cancel, and one of them was Huda Beauty. And if you watch my videos, you will know that I've went to castings for Huda Beauty before, and this time I didn't even have to go for a casting. They just kind of were like, are you available? And my test came back positive, and then the shoe was like the next day, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was so frustrated, but it is what it is. I've lost like I think 1,000 euros just for canceling 3 shoots, and money is something I want to talk about in this video. But before we do that, I actually wanted to tell you what I've been doing during COVID. I've decided to do something that I've been meaning to do for like a couple of years now. You probably will know that, you know, I've struggled with creating content for a long time and like being this influencer that I guess a lot of people think I am. And yeah, I just was like really not into it, and I've gotten rid of so many of my clothes when I moved to my apartment and stuff. I think I've done like 3 flea markets. I've got rid of like 5 suitcases full of clothes, and I was just like really into this minimal life. And I just wanted to say that it's like okay to change, because now I feel in a different kind of place a little bit a couple of months later, and I kind of want to again work with brands frequently, and I want to collab. And so I decided that while I was in isolation, I'm going to reach out to all the brands that I've written down over the years. And you guys, this is 20 pages of brands, I kid you not. I'll just like quickly show you how many there are. And I literally was sitting for 5 days just sending out emails, and you would not believe it how bad the situation is. And I don't know if it's because there's something wrong with like my profile or whatever, not enough followers, maybe not the content the brands want, I don't know. It's really interesting to see how like after COVID all the brands work. I feel like a lot of them focus on TikTok now, so I've been kind of back into TikTok because I realized that like I joined TikTok way before it kind of got popular, because it happened during COVID, right? And I was like on TikTok already before that. And I enjoyed the platform because like not a lot of people were on it, but then it kind of got saturated, and I was like, it's not really for me. Like, and now I really want to like seize the opportunities that I can get if I work for them. And that's what I kind of wanted to say, that it's like okay to change. Like, you know, a few months back I was like, no, I want to have like, you know, my privacy. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be spilling some tea or sharing something super personal on there, but it's just like I wanted to have more time offline beforehand, and now I feel like I really want to be back online, which is, I don't know, I've just been always this type of person that kind of fluctuates. That's who I am. Yeah, it's just like I guess I'm just in this state right now. My birthday's in like 2 days, so I'm like excited, you know, I'm feeling like motivated and driven, and I just want to like do things and accomplish things. And I feel like I kind of almost wasted some time not doing those things. And yeah, anyways, what I'm kind of all over the place as usual. I don't have a plan of what I'm trying to say, but I hope you are following you know what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I was so surprised to see that so many brands were like, no, we're not currently looking for new partnerships, we're not looking for new you know, influencers and blah blah blah. And the funniest part was that a few of them were actually brands that I've already worked with, like even before like TikTok days. And I'm talking like 2015, 2016. I used to work with like Citizens of Humanity and like this brand called Kulanikinis. If you watch my Bali video, I've shared that they've sent me like a bunch of bikinis, and now I reach out to them and I was like, hey guys, like we, you know, we worked several years ago, I'd love to work with you guys again. And it wasn't like even paid kind of sponsorship things. It was more like, you know, just gifted items, and I was creating content. So like, I know a lot of my friends, they don't even accept gifted items, so I don't know what am I doing wrong. I mean, I have some paid sponsorships with like, you know, just very few, and then most of the stuff that I get is just free gifted items. So yeah, I don't know, I was surprised to like get rejected by the brands that I've worked with, because you would think that they want to like keep up the relationship, or maybe it's my own fault that we kind of didn't, you know, work more after the time that we initially worked with. Like, I don't know, it's a lot of thoughts, and I was like, okay, it's weird. I literally sent like 1,000 emails. I don't know if it was 1,000, but you guys saw 20 pages of brands. That's like a ton. And I just thought that maybe, you know, some of them were gonna say yes, and so far like 98% of them said no. And I think, well, okay, maybe not 98, there's a lot of them that didn't get back to me yet, because there was like 4th of July celebrations in the US, and now there's like Eid in the UAE. I've reached out to some brands like in the UAE. However, this morning when I got back from my yoga class, which was really nice because I haven't worked out obviously when I had COVID, so I wanted to move my body. It's been like 2 weeks, if not more, since I've actually exercised, so it was really good to just move my body. And yeah, I got back, and like as I was driving, I got a call from the UPS delivery guy, and he's like, oh, I have a package for you. And I got a package from Medina Jewels, and by the way, this is not sponsored. This is one of the brands I reached out to during my isolation, and so they were like, yeah, we would love to send you some stuff. So this is gonna be like literally first reactions, first impressions. I wanted to do this like little unboxing before we jumped into the main topic. And oh my gosh, the box is really nice, and this is what we have. I think there should be like about 7 or 8 items, and I'm very impressed because there's only 2 little pouches. So I just want to show you what I picked very quickly. And I'm excited. I've never worked with this brand before. So I got like golden hoops, a classic. I needed a new pair because the one that I had, I think, was like from Primark, and if I'm not mistaken, one of the earrings broke or something. Then here is actually a very cute necklace. Let's quickly open this. Love it. It kind of looks like little, I don't know, teardrops or something. Like, I don't know, it's cute. I thought it was cute. So yeah, this is really, really cute. And then over here are these tiny earrings, and I feel like they actually would really match my sweater. So if you can see, I don't know if you will be able to see because my camera might not pick it up, but these are like tiny hoops with like pink little diamonds, gems in them. I chose actually 8 items, and they sent me 6. They said 6 to 8 items. So anyways, I really wanted the same earrings that I have here, but in green, and that's why I chose this bracelet right here, and it's in green. I feel like there's a lot of brands creating green jewelry right now, and I've been really into green this year myself. Like, one of my friends sent me a top from her brand, what's it called, Versatilis. Yeah, Versatilis. I showed that top actually to you guys, so I feel like it would be really nice, and with like my Simbono green bag as well. So yeah, I didn't really have any like green jewelry, so yeah, too bad I didn't get the earrings, but I can wear it like with the gold hoops, so it's not like too much. Maybe it's actually for the better that I didn't get it. So super cute, I love it already. And then there's another set of earrings, which is a little bit bigger than the other pink ones, and these are actually even more pink, so super cute. I'm so sorry if you can't really tell. Okay, now you can. So these are also pink. I actually think I'm even gonna put them together, because on this side I have like 2 holes. I don't know if the second one is like kind of functioning, but I'll you know, make it work, because I've not really been wearing the second earring on this ear, and here I used to have like 6, I think, and I think now I can only put in 3. The last piece is actually something that I'm very excited. So I've been seeing these type of rings for like the longest time. I think it's been like a couple of years, if not longer than that, that they've been around, and I've never really owned one. And so I chose this like lilac color. I have this lilac dress from Smallable, and I thought it would look so cute, and look how perfectly it fits. I think this is a size 8 or 9, I don't remember. I know it took the last size that they had, so I think it was like an 8, and it fits on all my fingers, which is great. So thank you so much, Adidas, for sending me all this beautiful jewelry. I can't wait to style it with some outfits. And now let's get back into the topic that I wanted to discuss today, and that is 1 year of unemployment. I think a lot of you guys would want to know how I did it or how I've managed it. Even now, I went to a couple of interviews over the last few weeks, and a lot of them, they were like asking me at the interviews, how did you do it? Like, how did you survive? How did you sustain yourself? And it's a very interesting story now that I look back on my life a little bit, because I remember when I had a full-time job working as a PA, I remember thinking, oh, I just want like 1 year for myself. I want to go to like ballet classes and write to brands and create content and just enjoy my life, because I have my whole life ahead of me to work, and I just want 1 year just to do nothing. And I swear to you, I feel like it just manifested. It just manifested without even my own effort. It was so bizarre that I said it, and I remember having this conversation, and somebody was like, no, the life doesn't work like that. You can still have hobbies and work full-time. And I thought that's true, but I felt so drained emotionally working full-time. I felt like I didn't want to do anything when I got home. I felt like I didn't want to create content, or I don't know, I just always felt a bit on edge when I was working full-time. And it's so funny now that I don't have a full-time job. I actually am looking for one, as you guys know. And yeah, I don't have one right now. I haven't signed officially anything, but there are some, you know, roles that are kind of, you know, working out slowly. So let's see. I'll of course update you if I get a job. It's been just a very interesting journey, just to observe my own growth and just to see how I change what I want, what I had, and what I now think about what I had. And I don't know, it's just like, life is just a journey, honestly. And basically, to answer, I guess, that question that a lot of people are curious about is, oh, how did you survive? Well, I, as you guys know, work as a freelance model. If you don't know, well, that's what I do, because I mentioned the shoots. So yeah, I've been doing that for, I guess, more than a year now, something like that, about a year. And I mean, it's not a stable job, it's not consistent, so that's something I don't like. I did realize that I do like to have a normal income every month and not, you know, chase up for payments, which is something, of course, that comes working as an influencer as well. But especially here as a model, sometimes you have to wait like even 60 days, and then you have to go and collect checks, and I don't know, it's just like very annoying. And if you like stability in your life, I don't recommend I guess freelance modeling, or I don't know, it's just not for me. I feel like it was nice and it's fun and I can still do it like on the weekends, but if I do get a full-time job, I think I'll be a lot happier, because I think I thrive more on like structure, and that leaves like less room for me to procrastinate. And I know that it's kind of like a compromise, because then if you have a full-time job, you maybe miss out on some shoots during the week, or miss out on just being your own kind of boss, and miss out on just having full control of your life and saying, oh, today I feel like doing this. But obviously, I mean, unless you're extremely wealthy, which is awesome if you are, and you can just do nothing your whole life, then good for you. But yeah, for me, obviously I don't have that option. I come from a very just, you know, normal family, not very wealthy at all. So I have, you know, worked since I was a teenager, like summer jobs and this and that. So this is like literally the first year of my life where I just kind of didn't really do anything. I mean, except for the freelance modeling. But like I said, that wasn't very stable, and it was just like kind of a couple shoots a month, and that just kind of made my ends meet. So thank God I had like savings, and yeah, that's, I guess, all I wanted to say. But speaking about manifesting things and like speaking things into existence, I was always a little bit skeptical, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't really like I know about law of attraction, affirming things and saying them and looking in the mirror and all that stuff, but I was always like, yeah, you can manifest, like, but I felt like you always had to really put in the effort and make it work. You cannot just put it out there and sit on the couch and hope that it's gonna come to you. Sorry, I got a call and I lost my thoughts. I think I was saying about manifesting things, and yeah, I just wrote down a couple of things, how strange things have been working out for me lately. So I usually, like I said, I had to always like work for things, and I would just never kind of just get them out of the blue, if that makes sense. But recently, I think even like the power of my thoughts has been just like on the next level. Like I swear to you, I was craving cookies because I watched Emma Chamberlain's newest vlog, and she was like in New York and eating this like, you know, chocolate chip cookie, and it was like, I was like, oh my gosh, I want a chocolate cookie. And so the other day, like I remember, I think it was actually after a yoga class, I went to this like tiny store, and I wanted to buy some chocolate chips and attempt to make my own chocolate cookies. But then I saw that they had like was it Cadbury or Galaxy? I think it was Galaxy chocolate chip cookies, which were, I don't like them. But anyways, long story short, then we had like a little barbecue, and one of my friends like comes in, he had Ben's cookies. Like, I kid you not, like who brings to a barbecue cookies? And it's like, it's for you. I'm like, what? How odd is that? I mean, it's just one situation, but I promise you there's been a lot more. So I don't know, the other day I was like walking with Astro, and I saw like 2 feathers or 3 feathers, and I mean, I know I live in Dubai, there's like parrots and stuff, but I saw this like super rare blue feather, and I was like, interesting. Like, I know that it's like some kind of like good luck sign and whatnot. Or like that other situation where I recorded the voice memo like in 2021 in summer, and then a year later I hear the actual song because I couldn't remember the name of that song. How strange is that? It's like, it always works out for you eventually. I'm telling you, it's the strangest thing. Or for example, there was another funny incident, I think it was actually yesterday. I talked about someone, like somebody that is like on YouTube, and it's to do like with finance and stuff. And that person, I kid you not, I woke up in the morning and they followed me. I was like, huh? How freaking weird. Like, it's not like I went onto that person's profile, liked or anything. We just had a conversation about that person. And then I check like in the morning when I woke up, like my Instagram and stuff, and it was like, that person is following me. I was like, what? How odd. It's not like, you know, I care too much about this person or anything like that, but it just, I thought it was extremely weird little things that were happening in the last month or so that are like, okay girl, you're on the right track. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you think or like say, it will come, you know, to fruition. And it's just such an empowering feeling, and I really hope that this is just the beginning. And then another thing was super odd as well. I was in Dubai Mall and I wanted to get like a pair of like kind of linen blend trousers from H&M. I saw them on Diana Shikani's vlog or like Instagram, and she said, don't walk, run, like these trousers are must have for the summer because you know, they're like linen. And I was like, oh my gosh, they look perfect, and you know, it's so hot here, so you definitely want to wear linen. So anyways, long story short, I went to the Dubai Mall store. They don't have it, it's sold out. They only had it in black. And then I went to one salon because I don't know if you can tell, my hair is a little bit darker. I put a toner, and so when I exited the salon in that other mall, which was like, I don't know, probably a few weeks later, I saw an H&M, and it's like a tiny store, you know, so the Dubai Mall store is super big, and the one in that mall that I was in was quite small. So I was like, you know what, I'll just pop in. And I looked around and I couldn't see that model at all of the trousers, so I was like, they probably won't have it anyways, but I'll just ask. I asked the lady and I'm like, hi, do you have these trousers? I show her a picture, and she goes like behind the counter and she takes a pair, and it was in my size, and just like a customer just like returned and they ordered it online. And my size, the only pair in the entire store. And I was like, if this ain't like faith or something, you know, I was just very surprised how many like little things have been happening lately. There was another thing that happened at church, but it wasn't about me, so I don't really want to talk about it. But it was also like such a weird reassurance that like everything's almost working out the way it has to. And that's what I've been talking, I think, quite a bit on here as well in my other videos, that, you know, it's almost like we stress so much and we think about things like, oh, I need to, you know, be fully in control of my life. I need to do this. Sorry, I can't speak today. I don't know why. I need to do this. I need to do that. Like, I have to make sure everything goes my way. But then in the end, even if we don't do those things, we still somehow get the outcome that is almost in our favor. I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, you cannot just sit on the couch and do nothing at all in your life. I don't think that that's right. I'm sorry, I just don't think that it's kind of smart to just waste your life away. I still think you need, like, you know, to have a purpose, to have some hobbies, and just, you know, just do what makes you happy. But what I'm trying to get to is that even if you don't get things your way initially, I'm pretty sure that in the long run, when you're gonna look back, it's all gonna work out in your favor. So to me, this is what I'm kind of like trying to reassure myself with. Like, even though I have not been working now for actually a year and 3 months, I'm pretty sure that the next job that I find, or the next thing that I do, is gonna be something that I truly enjoy and I truly love. Because what happened in the past, I was always rushing into jobs. I remember I literally submitted my bachelor thesis, and then like 3 days later, I was already working at a full-time job in Germany. And I'm like, girl, you didn't even have the time to reflect, to have a break, to just look within and just, you know, like kind of reflect who you are, what you want to do. And so now that I've had this time, I really know that I don't want to rush into a job that is just any job. I mean, I could have easily found any job at this point. And I honestly tell the interviewers as well when I meet them now in job interviews that, like, I'm just trying to find a perfect fit, perfect match for both the employer and myself, because I want to do something long term that's going to make me happy as well. It's not just for the money, because I've told you guys that money doesn't buy happiness. Yes, it buys you things, but it doesn't buy you happiness and fulfillment. So I really want to find a job that was gonna make me happy. So yeah. So I guess this video kind of turned out a little bit different than I originally maybe planned or imagined in my head, but I still hope you guys enjoyed. So 1 year of unemployment is definitely not easy. Definitely came with a lot of ups and downs. Definitely stressed me out a little bit, like, you know, paying the rent, and I had to buy furniture and all these things. And I mean, I still am not financially stable, so I'm just being completely honest with you. And I just hope that, you know, focusing more on social media, I can get a better income. And I still hope that by the end of this year, I'm gonna have a job that I love. And yeah, I'm just excited to be turning 28. Oh my gosh, my birthday is in 2 days. And if you've been my subscriber for a couple of years now, you will know that I don't really like my birthdays. I've always struggled to just kind of be happy around this time of year, but this time I genuinely feel happy. And I don't know, is it because like I'm excited about my 30s approaching soon? It's kind of scary at the same time, because like I feel like I was such a baby when I moved here, and I still feel like a baby. Like, I still don't have my shit together, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just an exciting time to, like, you know, grow more and just learn more and just become a better version of yourself. And yeah, that's why I think aging and maturing is such a beautiful thing. I'm excited. Ooh. So I guess I'm gonna do a little birthday vlog. I want to show you guys what we're gonna do. We're just going for dinner, and my friend Ute, as you guys know, she's also born on July 13th, so we decided to do a little like co-joint kind of dinner and like a bowling night. So I will try to vlog a little bit, not too much, because I still want to enjoy my birthday obviously, but yeah, I guess the next video is going to be about that. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you want to know something that is related with unemployment or employment in Dubai. I'll try to, you know, respond in the comments to all of those questions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Yesterday, I watched Alana Arbucci's latest video where she was showing around her renovated house, and she had these hydrangeas in her bathroom. And I thought, wow, that's so cute. And I just kind of thought about it for a very short time, like for literally a split second. And right after filming this video that you guys just saw, I went out for coffee and to catch up with 2 of my friends, and I got early birthday flowers from them. And they had hydrangeas in them. Am I overthinking things? Am I reading too much into it? Guys, please let me know your thoughts. Am I going crazy, or is there some kind of magical signs going on in my life right now? Because there's just too many coincidences, and I honestly don't believe in coincidences. Please let me know your thoughts. All right, love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.